Hi, Shamim Aijaz here. Today I'm gonna talk about transfer from MPhil to PhD. The earlier period, a year from starting with 3 months by the side of your approval of RP, is probationary period of PhD. During this period, you as a research student expected to fulfill a criteria. For example, some trainings, skills, and preparing fully for the main study. The aim of this process is to establish whether a research student has produced work of sufficient quantity and quality to suggest they can achieve PhD standard. The main criterion for this is the ability to produce work that makes an original contribution to knowledge. I think transfer is an absolutely vital process for PGR students. Is pretty much the only checkpoint that only reassures that work you are producing is a PhD quality before you actually get submitted clear PhD. I was quite nervous about talking about my work for a specific time. I realized that after finishing this Viva, I really enjoyed that as I have only just passed the transfer. It was challenging, but it is interesting. And now I'm so a little pro, and it's an opportunity rather than something to be scared. However, you cannot save yourself from the genuine nervousness that associate with the exam. It really isn't a hindrance. It's an enabler in which you can gauge your progress. Let's talk about in detail what includes in transfer. A transfer report, a written report from supervisors, and third is transfer viva by a panel. A written report is a miniature of your project, minimum 3,000 words, maximum 6,000 words, containing an abstract, 4 to 500 words, and summarizing the work so far. It can be a pilot study or your initial work that you already have done. The intended further work, your plan for main study, and detailing the original contribution to PhD level. A very significant point to bear in your mind is at least 1,500 words of your report should be based on contextualization and the assessment of the wider implication of your work or finding that in real sense will let the people know the significance of your study. Second one is a written report from your supervisor. It's basically a report from supervisor on students' progress. Supervisors are asked to comment on the approved program of research, on the students' individual training programs, and the evidence for work at PhD standard. It depends on supervisors how he she responds to your work. Third one is transfer viva by a panel. A PGR student expected to present her or his work in front of a panel, and the structure of this event can be vary from school to school. For example, some schools have tradition of presentation followed by a discussion. However, others use this time only for discussion with the student. The average duration is normally 1 hour. My school follows presentation tradition, so it was well quite important because we are in front of an audience where they should know what stuff we are going to present in front of them because they are going to make some critical comments. So I prepared some slide with one slide for each topic or each part, such as simply I introduce my work in different slides with introduction, literature review, methodology, data collection, data management and analysis, finding, discussions, and conclusion. But conclusion was including implication of the study as well. It was a smooth process, really, where after completing my presentation, the things were asked in a discussion mode. Let's see the support channels. The student need to be absolutely sure before they apply for transfer. There are three channels: university, supervisor, and student himself or herself. University guidelines can be found on university's website, and universities provide exclusive training for transfer. Still, if you are not sure or you are confused about anything, don't forget to discuss these points with your supervisors. Your supervisor plays a decisive, vital role in your transfer, as one of the important parts of your transfer is dependent on their feedback. Make sure that you utilize supervisory meeting diligently, and their feedback is equally worth to follow. As a research student, I would say that it is an opportunity where you can engage with your progress, and you can see that where you are standing. And equally, it is an opportunity for your supervisor that he or she can guide your progress and can prepare you accordingly. I will highly recommend when you are approaching your transfer that you already practice and you should get advice. So there is lots of other people, graduate, who already have gone through this process. So they can help you out about this process. As a research student, I would highly emphasize the need to be aware about your deadlines, and I would suggest that it is equally significant to set your personal deadline for completing any task. Thank you.